Welcome friends. We'll discuss about the Indo-US relations. USA or US, or sometimes we even say America. America, no doubt, it means the entire continent. It is Canada, Mexico. But usually we refer to USA as America in general terms. Indo-US relations. India and USA are two big democratic nations of the world. United States of America is a democratic country. They have a two-party system there. The Democrats and Republicans, the two political parties. So people decide, people vote. India is also a democratic country. It is the largest democratic country in the world, with about 130 and odd crores of people in the country. We are the largest democracy in the world. So now you are discussing about the relations between these two great democratic nations of the world. The Indo-US relationship has found a few major shifts ever since 1947. That of Russia, it went almost normal throughout. You didn't have great ups and downs. But coming to America, sometimes America was almost on the other side of India. And at times it used to come and join us. Now today the situation is such that India and America have become great friends. Great friends. At no point of history have we seen India and America coming so close as it is now. Okay, since 1947, when Pakistan attacked us, America was on the side of Pakistan. I told you that they are military allies. They have to support. They are military allies. But now it is not so. When Pakistan had border differences this year, they had border differences and they were trying to create problem on the border, America stood by India. In tough terms, it has criticized Pakistan. Over the terrorist issue, America has subdued the Pakistani stand. Third one, during the Cold War, India being a NAM nation maintained equal distance between USA and Russia. India is a NAM nation, non-aligned movement. Neither we belong to the American bloc nor to the Russian bloc. We keep equal distances from both these blocs and we play an active role from there. We feel we can play a much greater role by staying separate from these two power blocks. But today, you do not have the Cold War. Russia got disintegrated into many nations and the Cold War has ended. So the Cold War is not there now. By around 1989, 1990, 1991, the Cold War almost came to a virtual close. But now, the Indo-US relations are at the peak. I told you no, they are at the peak. With China getting blamed for its biological warfare of spreading corona all over the world. All the countries of the world are criticizing China, showing their finger at China, saying that China has been irresponsible with regard to the corona pandemic. It did not take the world nations into confidence. It did not remain transparent. It did hide the truth. That's the reason why corona has spread like wildfire in the world. So Indo-USA, India and USA have come very close. Because India too has got affected very much. USA, it had more than 1 lakh deaths. France, Italy, Portugal, Spain, Britain, Russia, Australia, Brazil, South Africa, all these countries had thousands and thousands of people dying due to corona. The entire world has got unified. They all feel that China has been very mischievous. It's not played its responsible role as a member of the world community. Okay. USA has helped India financially for economic development through 5-year plans. You know, India had its design of building up the nation through 5-year plans. We used to plan for 5 years, get the allotment arranged, financial allotment, go ahead. In the meanwhile, we plan for the next 5 years. 5 years, 5 years, 5 years. First 5-year plan, second, fourth, 8th, 10th, goes on, 12th, 13th. Now we have given a 5-year plans. We have come to Niti now. Niti. That we will be discussing separately. We have a different method of going ahead with national planning. So, USA has helped India financially. They have given us lot of loans. Loans with a low rate of interest for the development of the country, because India is a democratic nation. So, America had a soft corner for India, a large democratic nation. We have not fallen flat to communism. So, that's the happiest thing that America enjoys. If India had turned the communist way, then America would have found it very difficult to push its policies through. The point that India has maintained its democratic stand very well is a great strength, great boost to the entire world community. Next, USA supported India at the time of Chinese aggression of 1962. At that time, China was a communist country. America supported us. America supported us. Chinese imperialism made America very angry. It sent the needed support to India to fight the communists. Both the countries have a common concern for curbing terrorism. Today, terrorism has turned to be a bane not only for India, for America too. The Twin Towers of America came down because of Osama bin Laden's terrorist activity. He was the reason for getting it destroyed. Bombing all over the world. The Taliban, the ISIS. America has its own reservation about these. India too has. We have suffered a lot all along our border because of the terrorist activities. Even Naxalism in the country. Naxalism is actually Maoism. Maoism is from China. Naxalites are instrumental in trying to adopt the communist way of life. Adopting the communist way of life. They don't want democracy, they want to uproot it. Naxalites are playing a havoc in many of the Indian states. So, America and India both are against terrorism wherever it be, whether it's in the Middle East or it's in Australia, France, Britain or America or India, wherever it be, or Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka became a victim of terrorism a few months ago. Both are bound by the principles of world peace and support for the United Nations organization. To look into the maintenance of peace all over the world, we have a world government. Nations of the world have come together and they have established a UN. UN got founded in 1945. After the League of Nations failed, United Nations came into existence. The very main objective is to see that Third World War under any circumstance won't break. That should not break out. Peace has to get maintained. The world, all the nations should feel we are one community. We should work towards peace. Both are bound by the principles of world peace. We want world peace to get maintained and support for the United Nations organization. Today, the Indo-US bilateral cooperation is broad-based and multi-sectoral, covering trade and investment, defense and security, education, science and technology, cyber security, high technology, nuclear energy, space technology and applications, clean energy, environment, agriculture and health. You have covered almost all the spheres. All the spheres are covered. In each and every sphere, we have the backing of the United States of America. You take, for example, NASA. It's the space organization of America. 60% of the employees working in NASA, they are from India. They are Indian scientists. There's a huge section of Indians working their livelihood in America. Lots of Indian students go to America in order to pursue their higher education. Even the defense field too, America is helping us to see that India becomes very strong. With a nation like China on the side, America wants India to be very strong. Even America is planning to have a regional base for the American forces somewhere here in the Indian Ocean and India. It wants a very strong India economically and defense-wise. See how things change over years. Then both the countries are strongly means very strongly opposed to the imperialistic attitude of China. Just a month ago, Prime Minister Modi said, we are opposed to imperialism practiced by any country of the world. He did not name China. He said, we are opposed to imperialism practiced by any country of the world. Every country has to respect the sovereignty of the other nation. You can't invade another nation. That's not the kind of the rapport, the peace, world peace, everything fails here. We have to maintain peace. So vehemently, India and America both are against any sort of imperialism. Imperialism, British were imperialists. They came to India and took India into their hands and ruled us for 200 years. Then the United Nations was not there. To whom can we tell anything? We had to fight on our own. They looted our wealth. We had to fight on our own. Ultimately, in 1947, by 1947, we were able to get independence. So both the countries are vehemently opposed to any imperialistic attitude shown by any nation of the world. Actually, it was pointed at China. China has asked for parts of territory of 20 countries surrounding China. It has asked Russia to hand over Vladivostok back to China. It seems 1000 years ago, Vladivostok was in the possession of China, and China says it should belong to me. On the eastern side of Russia, you have that port, huge port. How can Russia give? That way, all the boundaries of all the countries will have to be written again. The Chinese aggression in the Galwan Valley in Ladakh has been severely criticized by the United States. USA did not sit quiet. It said it's illegal on the part of China to invade Galwan Valley. So China got afraid ultimately that this may lead to some highly disturbed situation here, and they were ready to get back. Because China has opened war front almost on all the sides of China. Things are not that quiet in Southern Sea, South China Sea. It has got into a disturbed situation with Japan, with Philippines, Hong Kong, Australia, Myanmar, Malaysia, Russia, Mongolia, all around, all over its boundary, it has started fighting over for crunches of territory. With that, the world has lost trust in China. Of late, US has been seeing India as a regional ally. Regional ally. Here in the eastern hemisphere of the world, America sees India is a very good ally of US in containing Beijing's rising military and economic power. Today China is a big power, no doubt. Maybe they might have really got disturbed in the economic front after Corona. Now floods, what China has not seen over the last 30 years, are being experienced by people there. But as such, China is a big power today. China has amassed wealth, it's a big power, and it has imperialist tendency. It wants to take away portions of other countries and rule over. It wants to expand its territory. So today, Indo-US relations are very good. We are even helping each other in the space field, in the field of health, industry, finance, agriculture. Each and every field you can think of, India and US have joined hands in seeing to the progress of each other. Thank you.